Jane here again from Longwater Tai Chi. Welcome to another of our Stay Connected video series. Today we're going to have a look at weight shift and step, just like we do in our regular classes, but to give you a reminder of the components and the way I often describe it. So I'm just going to take a few steps back. I'm going to take a slightly wider stance than you would normally do in class, just because it's easier for you to see on camera when I'm quite some distance away. So I've settled into my legs. At the moment, weight is equally down each leg. So I'm ready to start my movement. I'm going to put my hands on my hips so that you can see the hips staying level, not seesawing or tipping. As soon as you start to seesaw, that would be this kind of thing, the balance is going to go. So you want to keep your hips level. And we're going to drive the weight across very slowly and steadily to each leg in turn. Now this driven action is like the leg I'm coming out of, this side, being a little bit like a pump hole, pushing into a riverbed. Think about that riverbed below you, and it's pushing your weight across. Now it's the turn of this side. Pushing into the riverbed, driving across. The leg you're getting into is going to resist that push, just like the water resists the movement of the punt. Hips staying level, punt would be on level on the surface of the water. Now, there's a little subtlety in this. Once your weight is fully down the leg you're going into, you're going to slightly release the unweighted knee, just forward a tiny bit. That will allow a slight return towards central equilibrium in the middle. And then you pick up the drive and push across like the pump hole. Release the knee a little, come back up towards centre, and then drive. So both legs are pushing, releasing, releasing. And you can do this for as long as you like. I would recommend doing this as a micro practice every time you find yourself standing still, with a little bit of time on your hands. The leg strength will start to build in no time. The arch between the thighs staying open, the perineum staying relaxed. All the things that we have in our standing alignments apply when you move. Now, coming back to centre, just pause for a moment, find your breath. Breathing into the belly and the sides and towards your back. Calming the body. Feel your feet now. Really feel the ground. Put your mind down to meet the ground through the soles of the feet. Feel the weight of the body transferring down. Now you're going to drive across to one leg and feel your weight pouring down that leg. Now we're not going to go back into the other leg this time. You're going to fill that leg as though it is a bottle you've just filled with water to soak in the sink. You just want to check that you've got yourself fully across. You know how when you're soaking a bottle and you just put that tiny little bit of extra in so it forms a meniscus across the top of the bottle so it can soak the rim of the bottle. Just check you're fully there then. Draw forward the unweighted knee. A little bit of pressure through the front of that knee, drawing forward so it connects to the back of the pelvis. A little bit of a stretch away from the pelvis. Draw the knee forward a tiny bit more. Now pause for a moment if you can. You can do this movement holding onto a chair if you need to. So you've just got the security of your toes resting on the ground. Now check you're still breathing. And then feeling the ground, very clearly draw the knee forward a tiny bit more. And then ideally without looking, feel where the ground is connecting through the ball of the foot or the toes, and then put your heel down in that, roughly in that place. Then bring your weight forward, so you feel the centre of the stance, and then drive it through into the front. And you've arrived in the front leg having taken a step. So I'm just going to take my weight back, driving it back into the back leg, and very steadily, feeling that I've got fully into the back leg, nothing's collapsed, the knee's not too bent, feels nicely springy in the back of the knee, but not collapsing. Perineum's relaxed, and then I bring the feet back to parallel. So you would do the same thing on the other side. We'll just do it together, drive the weight across. Check that you're fully down that leg. Draw the unweighted knee forward, peeling the foot off the ground. Pause for a moment, feel the ground through point of contact on both feet. Relax the belly, relax the jaw, relax the breath. And then, knowing you're just about to put the heel where the ball of the foot or the toes were in contact. And smoothly place the heel, bring the weight forward, and you've taken a step and shifted weight into the front leg. And then you can bring both feet parallel by stepping forward this time. So this very considered, measured way of shifting weight and stepping is something to practice as often as you can. It will improve your balance and your leg strength, and it's the way we move in Tai Chi and Qigong. Ordinary walking is basically a form of controlled free fall. So you want to slow it right down, and that's when the balance builds. So thank you very much again for watching Stay Connected with Longwater Tai Chi. Thank you very much.